Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go, man. This word, Tom was like, man, I put you in the game. He was super happy. I put you in. They all over that jump, breaking it up. I just stood in front of the door, like I always do, man. Posted up on the rail. I'm like this. I look back like, my roommate about to be in the game. You know what I mean? They put him in the game. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm happy about it. I'm like, yeah, my roommate get to see some motion, man. I be wanting everybody to see some motion, y'all. Like, when you find motion in prison, like, it makes you feel like I accomplished something, man. Like, you know, like, even if it's illegal, like, you just still feel like I accomplished something, man. Like, it's hard to accomplish things in there. Like, it's hard to do that, man. So when you find your little motion in there, man, it's a great thing. So they was in there for a while, man. They had to cut up. I dipped. I went downstairs, started talking to Popcorn for a little bit. I'm down there talking to Popcorn. He like, your roommate them got some la-la too, don't they? I know they do, Weezy. I know they do, Weezy. I'm like, okay, you nosy butt Popcorn, man. Oh, nosy tail, man. Oh, nosy self, man. You like, I just know when dudes go in the cell that deep and they got to cut up that long. The Feezy been gone. And Feezy only take about 20 minutes to roll and mess with, Weezy. After that, you're in there bagging up the la-la, or you bagging something up. That's what you're doing. I'm like, man, so you got it figured out, huh? So I joked with him for a minute. We laughed. I'm like, I'm gonna holler at you later, there, man. He's like, they got it. I'm like, man, chill out, man. Popcorn crazy, man. He still want to know they got it. Like, man, chill out, Popcorn, man. So I dip over here. I holler at my man over here who was standing by the microwave, kicking it with him. So they finally finished. So when they finished, they came down the steps. All of them had looked like they had to glow. Even white dude Tom. And so they all come down the steps. They moving around. So I see my celly pull up on me. He was like, hey, here you go. This one Reach right here. I was like, what's this? He was like, man, I think, bro, it's like 5 spoons. I'm like, oh, he threw me 5 spoons? I'm like, oh, that's what's up, man. I looked over at Reach. Reach was like, I was like, appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? I was content with 5 spoons. Like, he basically gave me $100 for the loud pack. And that's what you're supposed to do. Don't cheat nobody to help you, man. Don't come and think you're going to just do something cheap for somebody to help you, man. Like, be considerate and be like, I'm going to overly bless him. Like, he overly blessed me. I wasn't expecting that much. I felt like that was a good look. I really wanted to see them win. You know what I mean? So they in the joint moving around. Now, Tom just in his cell messing with the la-la. He just in that joint just getting litty. You can see it. Tom coming out that joint looking red. He coming out that joint looking red, man. Like, his face is like, his face, I'm talking about, he one of the white dudes when he does with the la-la. I'm talking about, man, he's coming out of his cell. Every time he come out of his cell, man, his face is just like, looking like, it's just bright red. He coming out of the joint, he got a stupid look. He like, I'm like, look at Tom, man. So they all back there joking. But for real though, man, like, I had a lot of respect for Tom though, man, because I'm like, he wasn't being bullied. He wasn't being extorted. And he just put these people in the game for 800, man. My roommate and Reese had nothing going on. Now I'm sitting back looking at these dudes. I look at Reese at the top door talking to somebody. I look at my celly at the bottom door talking to somebody, man. They in that junk trying to get to the money. They trying to get to the money, man. And I was happy to see that junk. Tom just sitting in this joint, sitting in the cut, getting lit, coming out every now and then. Tom don't tripping on nothing. I never asked how much did Tom get or whatever the case. I just seen him in there doing them, man. So like, that joint was going good for a while, man. Like, for the first couple of days, like, my roommate was coming in the cell more happier than he ever been. He wasn't being moody. He wasn't coming in that joint like, yo, I'm angry at the world. He was coming in that joint like this. Hey, Weezy, hey, look. Hey, Weezy, can I check these numbers right quick? I'm like, yeah, bro, here you go. Bro, getting them junk, bro, conducting business. He went from being a nobody to conducting business, man. When you do that in penitentiary, man, I'm telling you, man, it changes you to another person, y'all, so boom. Now, the person you gonna change to is either you gonna have to decide who that person gonna be. Me, when I'm getting money, man, I turn into a dude that's just trying to get money. That's the person I'm gonna change into, a bona fide hustler. I'm a hustler, but when that la-la hit or when that work in my pocket, I'm gonna turn into a hustler. Now, everybody's not a hustler, but from looking at my roommate is doing the right thing. look like Reese doing the right thing, man. Like I haven't been keeping up with them, but I know for a fact my roommate been coming to ask to use the joint to clean the numbers, him and Reese. Now, like on the third day, the dude Tom pulled up on me, and he was like, cause you know what, we talked here and there. He wasn't a bad white dude. I ain't even gonna lie, he was a cool white dude. He pulled up on me, he was like, hey man, his face was super red, his face was bright red. I said, Tom, you stay lit, man. He was like, hey man, look, I wanna call the missus, man. I was like, the missus? He was like, yeah, my wife. I wanna call the missus, man, and just make sure she's cool on the road, man. Tell her I said thank you. I haven't talked to her since she sent the 800, so I'm just trying to make sure she's good, man. She's on that freaking road. That freaking road can play tricks on you, man. So she gotta hear my voice. I said, all right, man, that's enough. I said, yeah, you can use the phone, man. Like, he's just going in. But that's what you do when you lit. You messing with that la-la, you lit, you just keep talking and talking and talking. I said, all right, man, that's enough. I said, come on, man. So we went up myself. So he got on the phone, he got behind the cut, he called his wife, I peeled. You know what I mean? I let him stay up there for like 30 minutes. Then I came back. He was like, yeah, I'm done. He gave me the jump back. I was like, are you good now? He was like, yeah, she's good, man. I was like, man, it must be nice just to be able to get $800 like that. He was like, man, really, I don't ask her for that much. He was like, but, since he told me that this is what people really do over there in this part, is just mess with the la-la. He said, man, when I was over in 80 building, because he left 80 building, that's where they put him at. He was like, man, they moved me when I was over there in 80 building. He was like, man, it was like people was sneaking and didn't want to mess with the la-la because they think people was going to tell on them. He was like, man, Reese told me over here, everybody messes with the la-la. I was like, man, you see what's going on? He was like, I see, man. He was like, but, I just really wanted to help out Reese and his friend, man. Like, he told me they wanted to get some money, just helping them get some money, man. So, if I can help him out, it's no problem on my end, like long as he don't mess up the opportunity. I give people opportunities until they mess up. So I'm like, nah, they ain't gonna mess up, man. So he dapped me up and left. So he left out the cell. He left out the cell. Man came in the cell. Man was like, yo, look, hey, look, Reese trying to, he was like, man, Reese trying to take care of something. He was like, he went to the door. He's like, hey, Reese. So Reese came over the joint. Reese was like, yeah, hey, look, man, let me use the phone right quick. We use it, man. I was like, yeah, give him the phone. They took care of their business. So after they finished handling their business, I had walked back in the cell and he handed me the phone. I put the phone back in the stash and we all stepped out the door. So we all standing on the top tier. You know what I mean? So Reese like, man, this junk crazy. Reese was like, man, this junk crazy, man. I only got like 8 spoons left. Man, my junk flew. So my celly like, man, I only got probably about 5. My junk flew. My junk flew, man. That junk crazy, man. He was like, man, everybody buying this junk, man. He was like, man, I'm telling you, man, them country boys over there in 32 pod. He was like, man, they say that they selling this loud pack. I was like, yeah, I'm about to cop probably, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to cop when y'all copping, though, it'd be a bunch of stuff. I said, I'm a cop though, you know what I mean? I'm a cop probably about after these 5 spoons gone to that guy. He was like, you still got the 5 spoon? I was like, bro, listen. I ain't touching none of that yet. I said, I just been pinching off a spoon. I said, so basically I got like 4 and some change because I just been messing with the la-la, you know what I mean? Dolo, you know what I mean? Or my homeboy, so I still got a little bit of la-la. I still got some spoons left. So he like, that's what's up, man. So like, it's just good to see everybody happy like this, man. Especially the dudes that, my celly and, his homeboy, Reese was looking good, man. Reese was looking good, man. I'm talking about, this was they was doing the first week. Like the first week, then I end up finding out the second week, Reese had sent somebody to property. Reese got his clothes right, sweatsuit game. You know what I mean? He done came up in the world because somebody put him in the game, man. So for that first package, man, them boys was looking decent. Them boys looked like they knew what they was doing and they looked like they was real hustlers, y'all. So boom. Now, a real hustler, they'll go through hustler problems. But when you go through a hustling problem, you got to be able to rectify that problem fast so you can keep getting to the money because that's what it's about, man. Like, you're not going to just have a smooth ride when it comes to getting money. It's always going to be bumps in the road. It's going to be a smooth ride for a time. Then there's going to be a lot of bumps in the road for a time. And you got to overcome the bumps in the road to get back to the smooth road if you're a hustler. So, like, this is the things I know. But I am a hustler. These guys probably never really had an opportunity. I don't know, because a lot of dudes that get locked up don't really be hustlers. Like, and that's just how I go. You can tell that in prison. You know what I mean? So now the loud pack is gone. So like now this is life after the loud pack is gone. So the only person that still had loud pack was white boy Tom. So Tom ain't selling no loud pack. Tom ain't selling no loud pack. Tom go to commissary, order his little soups, order his little chips, get his coffee, get his cappuccino packages, and he's straight. He don't even care about making meals. He didn't care about none of that stuff, man. The man just was trying to sit back and chill and mess with the la-la. That's all he was trying to do. His roommate, old head, don't mess with the la-la. So that's all Tom used to do. When you go to Tom's cell, he had his bed on he had his TV on the top bunk, and he's on the top bunk. He'll just be in the bed with the headphones on, super lit, watching TV. But he's the only one with the loud pack now because my celly and Reese done ran out. Now, they weren't tripping that they ran out, but still though, like, you know, they got a little money now. So like they feeling really flamboyant with themselves. They feeling really good. And the white dude, Tom, like he was on it, like, you know what I mean? Like this was crazy. So they didn't even know that the white boy Tom was probably selling a couple of Feezes. They didn't know this. I didn't know this either because he won't really no dude that you would think that be selling stuff anyway. So I didn't know what happened. But all I know is I had looked up and I seen two dudes from the red team standing at Tom's door. Now Tom slept like on it, like to the fifth to the last cell before the handicap. It was like one of them cells by the steps. So he slept right there. When I looked up, I seen two dudes standing at his door, like talking to him through the door. So I don't know what they was talking about. It was through the door. You know what I mean? So when I noticed it, Reese noticed it. So when Reese noticed it, Reese looked up and he looked at man like, yo, what they doing? So when they said what they doing, you know what I mean? That's when they pushed over there. Like they pull up on the two dudes from the red team, which was two young boys. So they pull up on them like, yo, you know what I mean? They was like, yo, what's up? What's up? What you doing, Tom? You good? So Tom was like, yeah, I'm good. Everything good. He was like, you sure? That's word, man. Was like, yo, open up the cell, such and such. So the lady popped the jump. She popped Tom's door. So Tom's door opened up. Tom had his shirt off. So Tom back up. You know what I mean? So the two dudes was like, yo, man, what's up? Get that together. So Reese was like, get that together. So when I see how Reese looking, you know what I mean? That's when I walked over a little close. I looked. And then the dude was like, yo, get that to Reese. And so the dude, Tom, was like, man, look, man, I don't got nothing for y'all. You heard Tom saying that. Look, man, I don't have nothing for y'all. So the red team dude was like, well, look, man, we coming in there. So Reese was like, nah, you ain't coming in nothing. You ain't coming in nothing. Man was like, yo, listen, I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody messing with him. Yeah, you mess with him, you messing with me. I'm letting y'all know now. Ain't nobody messing with him. Ain't nobody messing with him. Reese was like, yeah, straight like that. Straight like that. So the red team dudes were like, man, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So they walked away. The white dude Tom was just like, man, yeah, man, like they came over here and I had sold them a Feezy yesterday. And then after I sold them the Feezy, they told me the Feezy was too small. Then now they coming back today talking about I gotta straighten them with a whole spoon or they gonna do this and do that. So Reese was like, man, they ain't gonna do nothing, man. Reese, man, they got serious, man. I'm telling you, man, people do not play about when you messing with their money in there, y'all. So boom, they messing with Tom was messing with their money because Tom put them in the game. These dudes ain't never had no motion, man, until the end. These dudes ain't got no access of getting nothing like an ounce of nothing. But it's a dude selling ounces and they got a dude that's spending the money. So they had a play. And I'm not mad at them for getting this mad. You know what I mean? But at the same time though, man, like you gotta be prepared for taking up for somebody. You gotta be prepared for like you holding somebody down. Like you don't want nobody to touch this person. Usually all situations like this go bad. But Tom don't want no problems. Tom was just minding his own business and these dudes did this stuff, man. Man was like, man, listen, I ain't trying to hear nothing. And anybody mess with him, I'm snapping out. I'm letting you know now, Reese, I'm snapping out. Reese was like, yeah, oh, you already know. I'm snapping with you. You already know what time it is. We're gonna snap together. We're gonna snap together. So the two young boys ain't say nothing else. They ain't say nothing else until they had called outside rec. So when they called outside rec, everybody went outside. I told you summertime is a nice day. Everybody went outside. So this is 2 o'clock rec. Super hot outside. Everybody out there though. Even Tom. So everybody outside. I look up, the two young boys, they talking to the red team and the other bars and stuff. Man, next thing you know, they came over super deep. I'm standing like at the fence where it opened up at the leave. I'm like where the exit is at, but they all walking towards this way. The dude, Reese and man, they on the pull-up bars, not too far from where I'm at. And the Tom is standing like on the sidewalk talking to another white dude, not too far from them. So they all right there, but the red team coming down the joint, like they about 15 deep. So they walk over there where Reese and them was at. Like, and then I used to see the young boy like, yeah, it was because of him. He pointed at Tom. So when I see that jump, I'm like, Lord, man. So they over that jump. You know what I mean? So man, like, yo, listen, yo, like I don't disrespect y'all. Y'all don't disrespect me. The white dude, Tom, he with us. Yeah, he with us. I don't disrespect y'all. Y'all, you need to talk to them little dudes for get ugly. Cause I'm telling you, I ain't got no problem with dudes, but they can go down. I'm letting you know that. Reese was like, yeah, I'm good. They can go. They definitely can go down. They definitely can go down. So the red team like, yo, listen, we ain't trying to hear none of that. Like the white dude gonna have to kick cause they trying to explain. So man, like, no, white dude ain't paying no money. He's not paying no money. So when I look up, I see that one of the red team members, which is the leader, is my old roommate who I told y'all I was with in 40 building. You know what I mean? The one who I said was the leader that was, I had to move out of his room. He's in one of the back, he's in the pack, but he's not really pushing the narrative of getting this white dude. The guy that's under him was doing all the talking, but I see bro right there too. So when I see him like, so he looking around, he catch eye contact with me. I was like, he was like, oh, what's up, Wiz? I was like, come here, bro. He's like, what's up? So he walked over from the crowd. I'm like, look, man. I said, you might want to holler at them. I said, because my celly, he said, which one your celly? I said, tall one with the low cut. I said, look, I said, man, look, they got the white dude, man. I said, the white dude rock with them. And they ain't even really extorting the white dude. I said, man, the white dude just rock with them. And the white dude spending the money. You know what I mean? I said, for real, bro, they ain't doing nothing wrong. You know what I mean? They supposed to make sure nobody mess with him, man. I said, the white dude job, cool. He was like, man, they came and told me that the white dude's supposed to beat him on some stuff. So that's why they pulling up on him. He's like, man, half of the stuff these young boys be talking about when they come with a problem. He said, man, it's always a second story. He was like, man, so you rock with, that's your celly though? I was like, yeah. He was like, hey. He was like, all right, I'm gonna holler back at you, T-Weezy. I was like, all right. He was like, hey, yo, come on, yo. Come on. He did like this. He was like, next thing you know, you seen dudes turn around. Dudes were like, I was like, God damn. I thought I was watching Malcolm X. I remember when Malcolm X was like, and everybody started walking that way. That's how I look with the red team, y'all. So boom. That jump was crazy, man. I was like, man. So I ended up getting the jump squash or whatever the case, man. So Tom was just standing there like, jump crazy, man. So it was time to leave off the yard. We get back in the pod, man. So I guess they was trying to like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like Tom is seeing that he got real friends, kind of like Tom seeing that these dudes really rock with him, man. Like my Celly and Reese really was stepping up to the plate. Like they was stepping up to the plate, ready for any drama, ready for anything to go down, man. So we got back to the pod. The little young boy, one of the little young red team members, man, he's still trying to pull up on white dude Tom. He's still trying to pull up on white dude Tom, man. I promise you, man. Reese seen that joint, man. Reese pushed dude in the party. Pushed the little nigga. Pushed him. Dude stumbled. Reese was like, man, bring your ass in the cell. The fuck, that's all y'all niggas want to do is bank niggas. Bring your ass in the cell. This word dude was like, man, fight him then. Fight him. The little red team member was like, go in there and wreck him. It's like, man, all right, come on. They were about the same size. It was just a young boy. Reese was probably like in his 30s. Man, I promise you, man, they went in that bitch. Man, that shit said, boom. Everybody was like, yo, they fighting. Niggas was like, oh, shit. I got there and got closer. I was like, man, right there. Man, like this looking like a goon. Man, holding the door down. The dude that's holding the other red team member down is extremely shorter than my roommate. He like this. Man, overpowering him. Man, overtowering his ass. Man, like, you know how dudes just look like they're adrenaline, like they ready to fight. He kept moving. He was like, and that joint like, damn, that bitch running. I was like, oh shit. Goddamn. Niggas looking like, yo, goddamn, one of the homies fighting. You know what I mean? So a nigga from next door pull up. Goddamn, a nigga from next door pull up. He was like, yo, I thought niggas told y'all that shit was over with. Fuck y'all niggas doing. Hell is y'all niggas doing? So goddamn, the red team member trying to explain this shit like, nah, they got such and such, like, nah, fuck that. He was like, yo, he looked at man, he was like, yo, look, come on, let's break this shit up, man. Come on, man, because the nigga told him this shit was over with, man. This shit over with, man. So man was like, all right, that's what it is then. So the whole time, nigga, so he went in the joint, man grabbed Reese, dude grabbed the red team member, he brought the red team member out. That's word, he went upstairs to the red team member's cell. That's all you heard was this. You fucking stupid, homie. Fuck is wrong with you, homie? You can fucking push shit and get us in some fucking war shit, homie. You a stupid motherfucker, homie. Oh, homie. Fucking dumbass, homie. That's all you heard was fucking homie 100 times, y'all. So boom. He homie that nigga to death. Then he left out the pod. Man. But nothing was wrong with Reese, man. The little young boy had a little shiner right here. They rumbled. They fucking rumbled, man. They come out the joint. Tom watching this shit. Tom like, damn, Tom looking like he got good friends. He definitely has good backup because these dudes gonna go all the way with him. They gonna go all the way. That's just usually how I go. So Tom is looking like, damn, this shit crazy, man. So I'll say probably about after that fight, probably later on that night, goddamn man came back upstairs and he had Reese and Tom with him. So when they came in the cell, I'm looking, Reese was like, man, it's all crazy, man. Tom was like, man, it's out of control, man. It's out of control in here, man. Like, there's always somebody that just freaking hate for no reason. Like, just always, man. Reese was like, well, look, we ain't gonna worry about that. We're gonna put our mind back on getting to this money, man, because that's what we want to do. We want to get to this money, man. Like, for real, you ain't gotta worry about nobody messing with you, Tom. Tom was like, hey, man, listen, I can fucking fight, man. Like I said, he always joking. He said some little dumb shit like that. He was like, hey, look, man, I can fucking fight, man. Like, it ain't like I can't fucking use these right here, man. He was like, man, my fucking dad had fucking hands, man. I got fucking hands, man. I can fucking fight. Reese was looking at him like, man, you can't do shit, man. But look, though, man, you ain't got to worry about shit, man. Goddamn, niggas ain't gonna fuck with you, man. I don't give a fuck, nigga, red, blue, from my city. I don't give a fuck, bro. Niggas ain't fucking up what we got going on, man. You gave us a shot by putting us in the game, and you think we gonna blow this opportunity? We ain't messing this opportunity up, man. He was like, man, Weezy, look. Hey, look, let him get on the phone, bro. We trying to get another ounce.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is